Hello, welcome to my channel where I navigate chronic illness while trying to live my best life. I hope you're doing okay. I am doing all right. Last update was that my family was sick, and for once I'm not the one being really sick. I know that sounds like so harsh, but when you're always the sick one, it feels really good to be able to take care of other people. Of course, I still have my same symptoms, but I'm able to battle through them so I can help out more than I usually do. And it feels really good. It actually feels rewarding. And I feel like I'm being a mom and a wife. My husband and my daughter are feeling better. But now my oldest is getting sick. He's trying so hard not to. These dogs always have something to say. The past few videos, they haven't been in my videos making sounds. Can we stop with antics, please? Oh my gosh, this has been like 2-3 minutes or more of just me trying to get control over my dogs. I'm excited. We're in New Year's week, so tomorrow we'll be working on our vision boards and just setting expectations and goals and hopes and what we're looking forward to in the new year. It's, like I said in the last video, loosely, it's nothing strict where we have to abide by that. Things can be adjusted and changed, but I just like to get our mindsets in the game of working toward something, having a goal set for ourselves. So that's what we'll be doing. I really have some simple goals. I have some health goals. I have some personal goals. I have some familial goals. I just have just a well-rounded amount of categories that I'm setting for myself, and I'm being realistic. A lot of times I'm not realistic and then I feel like I failed. So I think it's important that when you set goals, you're pushing yourself, but you're being realistic. You're knowing what you can and can't control. Sorry if you can still hear my puppy. He is very much a whiner. Sometimes they just want to be like the stars of the show and they want so much attention, and I have to reel them back in and be like, look, we're not here to talk about you guys. They're both patrolling and I'm not too sure why. I need to turn on my heater because my tailbone hurts like usual, and I always have my heater. If I'm sitting in my bed, my heater is under my tush or my hips. And if it shuts off, I'll wake up with my hips aching. I have to have that on all through the night. And even in the summer, I live in the desert, 100+ degrees, I will have a heating pad on me. I do need a new one. This one's a little small. I had a really big one that my dad had sent me, or was it my mom? One of them sent me. I wonder if I could figure it out what it was, because it was a good size. It is expensive, but if I can find it, I'll link it down below, because it was such a good size, and it had the automatic heater as well, where it stayed. You can make it where it turned off every 2 hours, I think, or you can make it where it just stayed on. And this is the same thing. You can either have it where it auto shuts off every 2 hours, or you can make it stay on 24/7. And when it's at night, I have it stay on 24/7 because I'm not going to wake up every 2 hours to turn it back on. I could not function without having a heater. That's like one of the first things I tell people that they need, like out of like the essential items for when you're chronically ill. One of the very first things, like, do you have a heating pad? The heating pad gives me so much comfort. When I figured out that the heat therapy helps, that thing went with me everywhere. I had one in the living room, one in my bedroom. I would take it with me when I would go somewhere. I have one of those bags that you can, I'll put a picture right here, like where you can boil water, put it in, and then take it with you. on when I would go in the car, I would have something hot, because that's the only thing that it didn't take the pen away, but it definitely took the edge off. So if there's one thing I can definitely say, like, hey, you need this, it would be a heating pad. I actually have a few items that I can go over. Give me a second. So there's a few items, and I guess I'll give you like 5 essential items that I really feel are just so important to have if you're chronically ill. One would be a heating pad. Atlas, please stop. Please stop. We know you're here. We get it. Thank you. Good job, okay? Let's be quiet now. Thank you very much. So, first and foremost, a heating pad. Another thing that I definitely would suggest, and this is more of an investment piece, some things that I really just suggest for your own peace of mind to have, and one of them is a smart watch. I used to have a Garmin, and it's not as expensive as an Apple Watch, but it helped me monitor my sleep. It helped monitor my heart rate, and I can't even tell you how many other things I was able to just constantly be in the know about. What's cool about this one is right here, you're not going to be able to read the graphic, but right here, I can see what my heart rate was in the last 4 hours and what it peaked at. So my peak in the last 4 hours was 113 beats per minute. And that was around 6. No. That was probably around 5. And right now it's 6:48, and I have been resting. So it's good for me that I'm able to just have all the information here. Another thing that I like about it is I'm able to go check the weather and see what the weather is at. And it's really important because my POTS symptoms and lupus symptoms often act off of the weather. If it's hot, my POTS is a lot worse. Lupus, I'll be achy depending on the weather. And then I also can check the UV index, which I have photosensitivity, and the sun rays can really cause some damage. And sometimes it'll look overcast, but the UV index will still be high. So it's very nice to have just that extra knowledge on it. So, and I also get to see like when the sun sets or sun rises. So it's nice because I like going out when the sun is setting because the sun is not as harsh. And so having just that right on my wrist where I can check and be like, okay, I can go in about an hour, or let's plan to go at this time. It just helps me all around plan things. I definitely, when I first had this watch, I hated getting notifications on them. I had all my notifications shut off because notifications just would give me like crazy anxiety. I don't know what it was. It was just the pressure to answer them. I don't know. But on my Garmin, I did not receive any phone calls, text notifications, nothing. On this one, I do. But I can easily put on Do Not Disturb. And that's something that I really appreciate about the Apple Watch. And then it easily connects to my phone and my iPad. And I can get reminders and notifications and everything on there. And it's just right here. And it's easily customizable. So this is one thing that definitely you have to invest in. But if you deal with sleep issues, heart problems, can't go into the sun, any like sensitivities with the world really around you, this is beneficial. And I feel very weird when I can't wear it. Sometimes when I have mast cell activation, I have to take it off and I can't wear it. Mast cell activation is like an allergic reaction, and I'll randomly feel allergic to my jewelry and have rashes, and I feel so out of place without it. So I definitely think it's worth the investment, and they last really long. I'm not one of the type of people that have to like constantly get the newest technology item. I like to use it until it's broken. So I will have this one for a while, this model for a while. I get kind of like attached to my models too. I'm like, no, this one has so many memories. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. Another thing I would definitely suggest is, this is a must-have, okay? I suggest having some type of travel pill organizer, whether there's small little ones, there's big ones. I have this one and it has 6 different selections, 6 different compartments. And so I really like this one because it's slim and it fits into every single one of my purses. It is a little difficult to open if you don't have, like, I use my nail to open it and it's really easy, but this is definitely something that I needed as soon as I started getting prescribed medications or start taking a lot more supplements other than just like daily vitamins. The next thing I would suggest is definitely a good tumbler to take with you everywhere. I wouldn't use plastic. I like using steel or glass. This is my current favorite one. I take it with me everywhere. It's on my nightstand, and I like it because in the summer, it really does keep my water nice and cold, even though I prefer room temperature most of the time. But when it's over 113 degrees outside, sometimes you just want some nice cool water. So I definitely think water is so important for people that are chronically ill. And a lot of times I will forget to drink water and I'll be out and I can feel my symptoms coming and I guzzle some water and I can feel just enough better to be able to get me to wherever I need to be in order to take medicine, what do you need to take medicine? Water. So I definitely suggest a good tumbler of some type to take with you. Now for me, I definitely need one that has a straw because there are times that I struggle to lift up what are these called? Bottle tumbler. And so having a straw is really important. Now the Stanleys don't have a bendable straw. I like having a bendable straw. It does make a difference for me. Some people it won't, but sometimes I am laying and I am in pain and I can't adjust, and being able to just do this makes a difference for me and I really like it. There are some, what are they called? I'll put them over here, but they have it where that doesn't leak at all. This one doesn't really leak, but it could leak. These other ones don't leak at all, and they have like the foldable straws, and then you can put it back up. Hydro Jug, or I don't know. This is Hydro Flask. There's Stanley. There's Yeti. There's so many, but this other one is just, it's really good if you want one where your straw is hidden. That's another option. I actually use just a straw cover. This is, my daughter put this one on me. It's Karomi from Sanrio. But I definitely would tell anybody that is sick, take these with you everywhere. Have it. It's like your accessory. Take it in the doctor's, take it in the car, take it to your friend's house, take it to your bedroom, take it to wherever you go, the store, wherever you go, have a tumbler with you close by because it's needed. Let me just get on to my last suggestion, and that is having some type of med organizer. So I have this nightstand and it has all my overflow. It has a drawer of overflow meds that I didn't finish, meds that have been prescribed that didn't work out. I have so much stuff in there, meds that are a lower dosage that I had to go to a higher dosage, or a higher dosage that I had to go to a lower dosage, and I keep them for emergencies. I have things like my as needed meds and stuff like that all in there. Topical creams, so much stuff. And I have that in my nightstand, which if you notice, it's close by to me, which I'll go over that in a whole other video of how I keep everything kind of in arm's reach. But I also think that you should have med organization for like your daily meds. And that is what is in here for me. I keep this on my ottoman by my couch, and it's closed, which is helpful because you don't see the mess. If you look in here, it's not that full. I don't know if you can see it. Let me do this. Hopefully you guys can't see any of my prescription names, but I want to explain what is actually in here. So first I'm going to show this topical cream. This is for like when I get into a lot of pain. This stuff has lidocaine in it and some other good stuff that helps with numbing pain. This was made specifically for me from a apothecary place, and they sent it to my house. My doctor prescribed it. Love this stuff. I have extras in here. This is just the one I have where I can easily reach. And I also have hydrocortisone because of my mast cell and I get super itchy. A throw up bag because sometimes my nausea, it's like I feel like I'm on a boat and I can't even sit up. So I need it in like arm's reach. And I'm talking about I have this stuff where I could be laying my head on the pillow and reach and get to these items that easily. These and one other part that I'll show in a different video are essential to my sleeping area, but this is the med organization part. I have different pouches and I've always organized everything with pouches. I am obsessed with pouches. I have so many different pouches. This is my coloring pouch. I have other coloring pouches with my pens in them. Those are the pens I'm using now. But these are my pouches for in here. And this is my nightly meds. So I know to grab this if I'm laying down and all I can do is reach over, I can grab this pouch. It has a different texture than the other pouch I'm going to show you. And these are my nightly meds that I have to take, not as needed, not supplemental. These are prescribed meds that I have to take nightly. And there's 3 in here. This does not include the 3 meds that I take for sleep or the meds that I take for when I wake up. And then this pouch is my overflow pouch. And if you don't notice, I like clear pouches. I like clear pouches because I can easily see what's in them and I don't forget what's in them. So I have clear pouches all over. Look, here's a clear pouch and it has like all of my, I would want to say emergency meds or meds that I don't need all the time. But if I need it and I can't reach it, I can say, hey, could you get me the clear pink big pouch of meds? It's a lot about like having things that stand out where I'm able to direct other people to it as well if I'm not able to get to it. Going back to this basket or organization, this is right by my bedside and I'm easily able to access it and grab for it when needed. It's sleek. I don't know if I can find this. I'll look it up and if I find something like it, I'll link it. I think it's a nice, inconspicuous looking basket. And it's another thing, it's lightweight. I can't have things that are really heavy. I just need something that is easy and not a lot of fuss. The next video, I think I'm gonna go over my like bedside organization and how I'm able to easily access the things around me, because I don't think people really realize the difficulty that we experience if it's far away. A lot of people are just able to pop up and get stuff, and I'll go without. If I cannot reach it, let's say I have my head on on the other side of the bed and I leave my water here, I might go without it if it's not in a grabbable distance. And it's not laziness. It is not wanting to stir up more pain or more symptoms than you're already experiencing in that moment. Sometimes it feels like I just cannot move. I don't want to talk. I don't want to move. I don't want to think. I just want to be able to get what I need to get, and hopefully it helps me. And that's why I've really learned to always keep things so close by to me. But that's like my helpful hints for today. Hopefully they were good. Again, the 5 essential items were the heating pad, the smartwatch, the travel pill organizer, the tumbler to go with you everywhere, and then med organization. And med organization is really, 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 really important, because when you're on a lot of meds, you don't want to mix it up, mess it up. You want to know what you're taking at night, what you're taking during the day, what you have to take in the afternoon, what are just supplemental, what's as needed. It's a lot. And a lot of times things get thrown at you. There's always like something different thrown at you that you're like, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? And then you have to keep track of all of that. It's a full-time job to be chronically ill. Let's be honest. That is just the med part. I could go into a whole thing about the like admin part of calling doctors, making appointments, going to the appointments, telling them everything. Oh my gosh, I started taking folders with me and notebooks with me, so because I would forget so much stuff. I was going to so many doctors and they always want so much detail. Okay, I'm going on a little rant that doesn't even have to do with the essential items that I was talking about. Whew. But the good news is this heating pad is making me feel better. I'm telling you. I hope you have one if heat therapy helps you. Some people do cold therapy. Cold therapy just makes my bones hurt. It makes it... Really? Atlas. He's scratching himself and he's moving the whole bed. He's not necessarily in the video, but he's making an appearance, if you know what I mean. No, he's not necessarily making an appearance, but he's in the video. That's better said. My goodness. And now I'm looking over at him and he's just laying on top of my coloring stuff that I showed you guys. And oh, before we go, I will show you the page. I think I showed it 2 videos ago, and I showed before I even started, it was completely blank. This is the finished product of that one that I had shown you guys. And then I've started another one that's almost completed. I just have this half to do. I kind of struggled with this one to think of the colors to put on there. And I started out with the red and just kind of went with it. Sorry. Are we okay? You want to come say hi? Come on. Come here. Here's the puppy that's making all the noise. Yes, I know. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, and here comes my older one. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. These were the dogs making all that ruckus. Look at, so vicious, right? This is our older boy. The puppy's running around now. Here he comes. Oh, you could see him. Are we all better now? Is everyone okay? Everyone's okay? You're a good boy? Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you if you stayed here. What are some essential items that you could not live without with being chronically ill? What do you suggest? Did anything in this video help you? Do you agree with anything that I suggested. I really love having feedback and for the conversation to be started. The comments really help spread awareness and get YouTube pushing the video more, liking the video, anything like that. It really helps get the word out about chronic illness and what we experience. And if you guys want to add anything else, please let me know. I hope you guys have a good day or night. Take care.